Hello my friends, welcome to another video. This time around I'm going to talk about the Samsung Gear 360 camera, and this is the second iteration, the 2017 model, which is capable of recording 360 videos at 4K resolution. You can also use it to record 1080p at 60 frames per second with only one lens. The 360 video recording is only possible when using both 8.4 megapixel lenses. You also get USB Type-C support, micro SD support up to 256 gigabytes. You get Bluetooth and Wi-Fi dual band, and you also get a display, a tiny display right here, where you can see all the info and all the details that you need during the usage of this camera. This camera is capable of live streaming. You can live stream using this camera with Facebook and also YouTube. You need to connect it to a compatible device, and basically this is where I have a problem, because compatible devices mean only Samsung devices, but not all Samsung devices. Basically only flagship type devices. So for example, I could not pair this camera with a Samsung Galaxy X Cover 4, which is a phone that came on the market last year in 2017, basically the same time as this camera did. Also, it's compatible with iOS, so you can use it with your iPhone or iPad or iPod for that matter, and the experience overall is okay when using it with a compatible device, but is a very different story when using it with a non-compatible device. And in my case, I've been trying to use it with the Huawei P20 Pro, a device that you've already seen on my channel. It's very hard due to the connectivity limitations that Samsung, for I don't know what reason, implemented with this camera. It's very hard to use it with something that's not considered compatible, and basically you are limited only to a couple of handsets that are compatible with this camera. I consider this to be a dumb decision from Samsung, because basically everyone who's interested in this type of cameras, or everyone who's interested in buying this camera, is held back by the fact that their device may not be compatible with the camera. So it ruins the whole experience, and it's very difficult to use this camera. Also, I did notice a couple of things that I don't like about this camera, besides the compatibility issue, if you want, or the connectivity issue as I call it. The fact that Samsung claims that in 4K video recording this camera is capable of recording 130 minutes on a single charge. From my experience, using it recording only 1080p at 30 frames per second with single lens mode, I've noticed the battery dropping from 100 to 80% in only 15 minutes of video recording. Also, what I didn't notice is the fact that the camera overheats a lot. And basically, at some point, it will simply shut down, and you aren't getting any notification about the fact that it's just shut down. You always have to look at this screen to see if it's continuing to record or not. It happened to me a couple of times in the past days. That's why I'm mentioning this issue. And another issue is that if you want to record a single file or a single video for I don't know what reason, when the camera or the file recorded in the camera gets to 1.77 gigabytes, the camera decides to stop the recording and start a new recording. So this happened to me, as I said, trying to record a single video in 1080p with single lens mode, and it would stop the recording and start another one. So I just woke up, and instead of one file when transferring to my laptop, I got actually 3 files for 20 minutes of video recording. I don't know the reason, because I was using a class 10 micro SD card, and that card is a very fast one, both in writing and also reading speeds, so I don't get what the issue is. I tried to download new software for this camera to see if it's up to date, but it's up to date, so it's running the latest software. So these are some issues that I actually encountered when using this camera. Unfortunately, this kind of ruins my experience with the camera, because basically I bought it to make car vlogs. I wasn't interested in the 360 mode, because I don't need 360 videos, but I was interested to record car vlogs with one lens at a wider angle of view. And unfortunately, this is ruined by all the things that I just told you. Also, if you want, for the things that it does, I consider this to be a bit on the pricey side. It costs 250 euros, at least that's how much I paid for it. And considering the overall experience and all the compatibility issues that I got with the camera, I do believe that it's kind of expensive. But this is just my opinion.